Studies of online dating, for example, find that most men find most women to be at least somewhat attractive. In contrast, women on average view 80% of men as below average in attractiveness. Another study found that on the dating app Tinder, men liked more than 60% of the female profiles they viewed, while women liked only 4.5% of male profiles. So this might be a problem that's way more prevalent for men. I didn't realize that 80% of men as below average. That's quite off.
It is. I mean, right, because, you would think like 50%, right? It's sort of like 50% above and 50% below. But to have 80% rated below is pretty, it's pretty grim.
Everybody that I got in either is like a scammer or like they'll like message me and then like they'll ghost me.
I'm sure you get a ton of matches, right?
Yes.
You get a ton of matches. And when you message, how many do you return?
Like one.
One out of like 50?
I can be kind of picky on dating apps because I know what I'm looking for.
How about you, Mel?
I'm too old now where I'm not willing to settle for bullshit.
I don't want to settle for like bullshit.
I just like things that are fact-based. So it was fun and interesting. You said you take an average guy, but if you're only swiping out 5% of the, so do you think you swipe more than 5%, 10% maybe, or?
Like swipe, yes.
Swipe about 5%, right? So this is what I mean. And this is the there's an odd dichotomy that we always find ourselves in when we talk about this situation. You're only going to you're looking at the top 95%. You're looking at the top 95 percentile. So you're looking at the top 5 percentile. Everybody else is just, if you're only swiping 4.5, everybody else is dust, right? So out of those folks, you're looking for, okay, I'll date the average guy out of here, but the average guy out of there is really like a top 80% of person because you've eliminated everybody else. And then people wonder why they have such bad luck, because it's one thing is universal that men and women both say they have bad luck on dating apps right now. There's certain dudes who do well on that. I actually did pretty good on dating apps, which is funny, but I mean, I lied a lot. No, I'm playing. I did pretty good. And there's guys who do good on dating apps, right? Whatever, but there's also certain, but also everyone says, I just can't find the quality person I want on these apps. I don't know. Like the apps are garbage, right? And then you can't meet people in public and this, that, and this. Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I think it's, the apps are shady, right? So like somebody could feed you.
She belongs to the street.
Sorry, that was an accident.
Wow.
The camera angle.
Wow.
I was changing the camera angle on accident. See the buttons right here.
We just programmed this yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it because I worked on it last night, but accidentally hit she's just for the streets, so that was my bad. Accident.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sure.
But that's part of it too, right? Is that like
What, being for the streets?
Oh
No,
my
play.
God.
Okay, go.
Yeah. On the apps, if somebody sounds too good to be true, usually I'm like,
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If you're only swiping on 5%, that means that 95% of the men on those apps are invisible to you. You're not even going to look at them. Something was wrong with their picture. They were awkward. They were too short.
They're holding a fish picture.
They're holding.
Hey, some of their pictures are kind of.
But you're
I like fishing. So I'm good.
but you're a pescatarian. He's trying to feed you what you want, woman. He's trying to give you what you want. And you know what he said? He said, man.
But is that's not attractive.
You know what he said? He said, man, I know the woman out there just wants fish, and there's one thing I can do.
Okay.
I can fish. Go on.
I have some rules.
All right.
If you are in a public bathroom taking a selfie, that's an automatic out. I don't care how hot you are. I don't care what your bio says. If you are in a public bathroom to take a selfie, nope.
Okay. Why?
Dude,
Come on.
get a friend, take a picture, do one of these, do something. That's like,
Where are you getting this from? Like Instagram, or are you getting from the dating apps, right?
The dating apps.
Just the dating apps. Okay. So if a guy does it on Instagram, is that like an automatic, like, oh, I'm not going to talk to this dude anyway if he ends up DMing you?
I've never.
I never gotten any
DMs from
DMs
Instagram.
from Instagram. I don't know, because like mine's private, so
Yeah. I never got DMs from Instagram because you gotta know me.
Yeah.
like I want, like, if you request me and I don't know you, I want to approve your request.
You denied me like 7 times.
Whatever.
I play.
Sorry.
I'm getting blocked right after this.
From
So-
everything.
So go back to like why a guy taking a picture of himself in a public bathroom. What is about that?
You're in a public
It's just
bathroom.
dirty.
It's weird.
Yeah. Especially like if you like have the toilet in the background. It's like,
Yeah, that's
come on,
actually I was gonna say
you
that.
can't even like
Right?
take a decent one where like the toilet's not there.
I would just say taking bathroom pictures in general.
Yeah.
In general.
Although it's really good for snooping because you're like, what's on your cover and whatever. But like, no, there are just some pictures right off the bat that you don't care how cute they are, what their bio says. You're like, that's just a weird
What's another
picture.
one? Okay, bathroom. What's another one?
When they
Holding an axe.
Holding an
oh an axe
Hold
or
on.
like a gun.
and holding a gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's okay.
You don't like guns?
No, I don't. And I just think like, oh, look at me, I'm a man with my gun. It's like, okay,
God damn.
wow.
I'm with
Wow,
All right,
you're
so-
so manly. Oh, I just fell all over my, my panties dropped because
so
of that picture.
Penny shot. Fuck, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, also,
Goddamn. Scott's gonna come out with a gun. My bad. I thought no.
I don't care if you think you're funny in your bio. If you're like, I'm not an axe murderer.
With an axe.
Dude, what the fuck? See, no joke. No,
Okay,
you guys think
okay.
I'm kidding.
No, there's some things on their profile that you're like,
All right,
why would you put that
Right?
there?
Okay, well hold on. That can't be like every profile.
Dude,
There's a lot.
There's
You'd
some
be
weirdos that
surprised.
put like
Okay.
think that
You'd
it's
be
funny, and it's like, no, it's
surprised.
not
All right,
So
funny.
this is what we got to do. We got to compile all these little profile pictures that
Bro,
they've
I got-
seen.
I will.
I
I'm gonna start
react.
collecting
I'm
them.
in.
So
I'm
gonna
in.
start collecting them and send
I'm
them
gonna
to you.
invite you back on the show where we're gonna, and I want you to give me some profiles, and I'll give you my worst profiles that I've seen, and
Okay.
we'll do three
Yeah,
of
yeah,
each.
Okay.
We'll do three of each. So it's only 9 profiles, and we'll talk about each one. That'll be an excellent show. It'll be hilarious because how many profiles have I sent you guys? See?
Oh, you send me a lot of things.
Yeah.
You send me a lot of things I can't share.
Yeah. I just say, I mean, it's my job. I'm a content creator. I just
And I usually like dirty stuff too. So, But anyway.
what? This is dirty. I got a family. Shit. But it was just back to my thing saying that, like, if you keep ignoring people, so let's not talk about the outliers or the weirdos, but just the average person. I just can't believe the average person isn't having the, isn't sitting there with an axe or
All right. Okay.
Riding a
Out of
grizzly
10
bear.
profiles, how many fit that description?
how many have an axe out of 10?
Have
Your ass has seen one axe.
no. I've seen a couple.
Okay, I've never seen an axe, but
We'll see
I
it.
think okay.
You are on lumberjacks only, aren't you?
Out of 10,
I might
I would
need
say
to.
like
That
5 have
sounds kinda hot,
guns
actually.
in their
5.
profile.
5 have guns out
Yeah.
of 10. So
Yeah.
1 and 2 guys. Basically.
Yeah, and I'm like, what?
50
Okay.
50%. So if a person owns a gun, that's a disqualifier for you.
Yeah, it's like, why do you need a gun? It's like it's not the purge is not going to happen,
Why
you
not?
know.
So where have you lived your entire life?
I lived here.
You lived here?
Yeah.
All right. So what neighborhoods?
I lived in the peninsula.
Okay, you live. All right.
I mean, I know there's, other
Yeah.
neighborhoods that are bad,
Great.
but it's still like,
So regardless of what you politically feel about weapons, weapons are vitally important to protect yourself because you can't fight or physically outdo everybody. And let me tell you something. Well, if it kicks in that door, you're gonna want me to have a weapon. Now, how many times does doors get kicked in? Just research the
San Jose was home for
home invasions.
home invasions.
And
at one
San
point,
Mateo
so.
had like 17 home invasions
San
by
Francisco
one
had
group
a few.
of people. Yeah. And so and this is things that men think of. Like me, I get ultra paranoid when I think of like, okay, I'm gonna be here with my woman. I gotta make sure I protect her. This and that and this. Okay, let me get myself a pistol because I gotta make sure I protect her. And like I can't fight everybody. Those are things that men think about. I'm not trying to be tough. Like do I try to do, I'm not a tough guy. I'll throw your ass out a window if I have to, but I ain't a tough guy. I mean, honestly, I don't want problems, but what if I can't handle the problems myself? What is my other recourse? I've already tried to talk. Person's here. What's my recourse if I don't have a weapon? What am I supposed to do? You need a gun.
Is that a rhetorical question, Grover?
I just want to know, what am I supposed to do? If I'm supposed to just, all right, so listen. My woman don't want me to have a gun, so I'm going to just take this ass whooping. for 5 of y'all.
Or
But don't you touch her when you're done.
1 out of 2 guys have an axe, like Maria said. So you got an axe.
I know.
At least,
I know.
right?
You just told me like 50% of the people have axes out there.
What? Have a bat instead.
A bat.
Yeah, that's
A bat. But 3 people a bat. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna take that bat and beat your ass with it. A bat.
All right. So we got a comment here from Mr. Matt Abaya from I Don't Care Productions.
Hey, Matt Abaya.
He says this: worst women profiles are all close-up selfies with a filter app.
No.
Ooh. No,
What
that's
do we
it.
know?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I don't. No. Sorry.
Mhm.
I don't doubt you. I never filters. That's also a thing too. Dudes using filters.
I've
Really?
never seen
What? Oh my god.
What kind of filter are you talking about?
The Instagram one with the puppy stuff and the
Oh, you mean like the Snapchat filter?
yeah, Snapchat.
Yeah, okay.
I'm old. Sorry.
No. I've
Um,
seen some across. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
That's weird.
It's like, okay, like, let's.
yeah, it's hard for me to defend that one.
Why
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you use them?
No, I don't use them. Let me think about it at a time. If I were to ever use them, it would be for like something content
about
creation
ask that guy
purposes.
about
Yeah, like
Netflix.
contact.
Like,
Like, you know,
but-
That fool.
But like just to extend it to a girl, be like, hey,
That fool use filters all the time. He's just sitting there. He's like, they come in there like, who are you?
if it's a full length body shot, I use filters.
But the other
And Photoshop.
thing, I always have a 2-to-1, 2 pictures, because I don't wear makeup ever, right? Like that's
Which is-
my
which is
natural
really
state.
nice. It's really
Natural.
But so I have 2 pictures where I don't have makeup, and then I have 1 picture where I usually do, because 90% of the time you're gonna get the right. And if
Yeah.
you walk, what I don't want somebody being like, I show up and they're like, you don't look like your pictures. I'm
Yeah.
100% I do. Probably gonna look better than my pictures because I actually like did doll myself up a little
You
bit.
like I look better than my pictures because I don't know how to take pictures. No,
Well,
but-
that too.
You've had guys say that to you?
No, that's what I don't want.
Oh,
I would never want
okay.
that.
So now I'm gonna ask this question to you, ladies. What do you think men want from women? Like honestly, what do you think a guy wants from a woman?
Starting with who first?
Let's start with Karina. I think I've been picking on you.
Click on the top video if you want to see the full live stream, or click on the bottom video for our other videos. Can you handle the tip?
Leave your comments and like and subscribe on YouTube. Booty in your face.
We found true happiness